Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie.
Hey, I'm Candace. Welcome back. Well, this week I've been having trouble keeping up with the days of the week.
It's Friday already.
I know. This morning I woke up. I'm like, is it Thursday or Friday? I said it must be Thursday because we're not going to garage sales. But we're not going to garage sales, and it's Friday.
Kind of stinks. I'm a
Yeah.
little down about not going to garage sales, and I'm on Facebook. I see people posting pictures of garage sales and stuff. I don't mean like I mean like local.
Yeah.
But I really think I think one more weekend is what we need.
It's the responsible thing to do.
Right. It is.
We have to be grown-ups about the situation.
Yeah, we do. We do. We shouldn't go back to garage sales again until we at least get the shed taken care of.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like that really is what we should be doing.
Yeah.
And we do, and we will have other opportunities besides garage sales. I think we're going to have one early next week to go pick.
Yeah.
That might be really good.
Yep, I'm hoping that goes through because it sounds pretty good. Yeah. So we do need to pull orders this morning because it is Friday, and everything we sold is on eBay. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, we should have a good listing day today too. I mean,
no hard packs.
I came out here early this morning, way earlier than normal, and I got the video edited at like 7 something this morning, and got some other like stuff like that done.
Right.
And so I should have one of my better listing days today. So I should be able to contribute a lot to the cause.
And I'm glad we got a jump start because Fridays it seems like the carriers get there a little bit earlier, like they're jumping to get their Friday over with.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and get these orders pulled so we can get them out there for them. First thing is a Boy Scout patch, Philmont Scout Ranch patch number 2 on 1 Bravo.
I think we have not the same buyer, Candace, but I think we have a couple more orders that just came in.
We do. Someone bought 2 patches.
I don't know if they're in here or not.
They are.
Okay.
No, they're not. They're on the 10 Bravo box. Never mind.
Okay, what's the quantity you're showing for?
I'm showing 1 left.
Okay. That's accurate.
Okay, good. $6.49 for that.
Okay. And it seems like this is the eBay standard envelope that eBay sells, and not only me, but I think I've seen other people that have had problems with this.
It's too rigid, huh?
As far as being too rigid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't.
Well, now that eBay's selling that white envelope thing, remember I showed you that?
Oh no, I didn't.
I'll have to pull that up and we'll show it.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I was kind of looking at our seller status, at our late shipment statuses.
Is it bad?
No,
Oh.
I just like to look at it every once in a while, just because you never know if the system may get things wrong.
Right.
And I noticed that 2 patches had like a late shipment status that because they don't get scanned on pickup.
That's not fair.
Right, but it is fair because eBay went in and automatically removed those from our
Okay, well
it still shows up, but it says removed. Like it doesn't count against us. Let me put it that way.
We've been kind of, I don't know. We've had some situations lately that like totally out of our control that we've just been getting kind of beaten down on.
Yeah.
Man. It's getting ugh.
Yeah.
It kind of stinks, man. When you try and do everything right
And it always seems like a lot of that happens at one time. Like there's a lot of things going on at once.
like like EIS. Supposedly EIS takes care of all country restrictions for you. And we've been having some issues with some of this perfume stuff, and we call in and they're like, oh, well, they took it down because you can't ship this to some countries. I'm like, we have a lot of other perfume listings and those aren't taken down. And also when we got sold on EIS, they said like part of the pitch was that they would handle all country restrictions.
Right.
Because they didn't used to. And then they, I don't know. I'm kind of down about some of this stuff right now. It
I
kind of
am,
stinks.
yeah. I mean, the eBay International shipping is what he's talking about, and we could ship on our own, but then we're responsible for all the paperwork and all that.
With the climate of that stuff right now,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of beaten down. Like USPS has us down too, big time, man.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
we
know.
really, our hands are tied. We had to end EIS because we don't want all of our perfume getting taken down
It's-
by the system.
It's temporary, but I mean, it's just temporary. We'll be back in it again after we sell off a bunch of this perfume. But it's been, we've had a couple of things lately that have just been a headache, especially this USPS thing. But
Right.
let's keep pulling these orders.
Okay. To Bravo, both of the Shed Rain umbrellas on there sold to two different buyers. So go ahead and
Okay.
pull both of them. And those sold for $19.99 each.
Okay, well that was good.
Yeah.
That's a good brand.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, because they're new in box, like that's the thing. Like if they were used, I'm sure they wouldn't be.
You probably can't sell a used umbrella. I mean, it depends on the brand, but just like this, probably nobody would want to buy a used umbrella, I wouldn't think. 5 Charlie Hobbit box, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Module I3.
I think that might be the last Dungeons and Dragons book we have in there. We also have a bunch of those little miniatures that I don't even know where they're at.
I think they're in storage. I think
Yeah.
we had bought them right around the time we got the Transformer stuff, so they kind of got pushed to the back. $29.99 for that.
Man, that thing's in great condition.
We sold a 4 packages of closet-made shelf caps on 4 Echo.
Okay.
It's 56 caps total.
Yeah, we had not a lot of the stuff most of the stuff we buy works out really well. That closet made buy, we didn't pay much for it, but
I think we paid like $15 for all of it or something.
yeah. So it wasn't
like
the
a ton
money.
of stuff.
How many of these?
It's 4 packs,
4 packs?
packages. Should be
Freeze
56
these.
total caps
I
altogether.
can't hear you. Hang on, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay.
All right.
Each pack has 14 in it,
Okay.
so 56. That's these things. When I was listing them, some of them had too many quantity and some had not enough. So I had to go through and figure out my. So I'm going to count these before he gets them packed up and make sure that each.
I mean, I don't even know if this stuff is even worth selling.
I know.
Man.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
gosh.
throwing them in an extra pack or two.
I think
just
that might be the best thing, and just lower our quantity.
right. Yeah.
I'd rather do that than have to deal with an issue later on for a. I mean, I even took like an $8 offer to get them sold.
Right. Yep.
So I mean, whatever. I won't buy this again.
No, we've learned on that stuff. Okay, 8 Bravo. This is a Moschino Toy Boy men's gift set. It's got cologne, aftershave, and shower drill. It's in a black box, I believe. Kind of a longish box.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it. It's right in front of me. Yep. Toy Boy.
Yeah,
That's weird.
that's all for $14.99.
What does Toy Boy mean?
I don't know. That's the company that did the Windex looking perfume.
Oh, yeah.
and
And the
their like their
bears on it.
bottles are different. They have different teddy bear bottles and stuff. Like they go with the quirky line of stuff.
I'm a toy boy.
Yeah, $14.99 for that. We sold a pair of pantyhose, 5 Delta pantyhose C.
Which way I need to go? Probably here. Jacqueline Smith. Let's see. Jacqueline Smith, invisibly sheer with lycra.
Size D nude is what we're looking for. Size D nude. Yep.
Okay.
That sold for $7.19. We sold that big Traxxas remote control car.
Oh yeah.
What
Wait,
is
how
it?
do you do a remote control car again? Wax on, wax off.
It runs on like nitro or something crazy.
Some kind of it's called nitro fuel or something, but it's just like it's a combustion, like an internal combustion motor, I think.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's just what they call, that's like proprietary name for that kind of fuel.
Yeah.
But it's basically some kind of gas or something of some sort.
Well, it sold for $107.99.
Yeah.
Can I say the buyer's first name?
Huh?
Can I say the buyer's first name?
what is it, like Turbo or Crash or something?
No,
Or-
his real first name.
Yeah. What is it?
Giovanni.
Oh. You don't get your Italiana fix for a little while, and you
I
gotta.
know.
Well, the good news is on this thing. Well, I don't know if it's ready to roll, but it's ready to ship. I was about to say
The
ready
box
to roll.
is resized and or whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that thing perfect.
And last two items are those 2 patches on 10 Bravo Boy Scout patches, number 2 and number 21.
I think it's in. Yeah, this is it.
These are both for the Manchac, Louisiana district, Boy
This.
Scout district.
It's over here. I can go ahead and slap. Look, we also cleared out. That's a big old spot right there, so keep that in mind.
Oh, one of them has a raccoon on it. It's cute.
Okay.
21 and 2.
These aren't even like in order really good. Here's 21.
Yeah.
That's it, Manchac.
Yeah. Here's the other one. I knew what it looked like. Yeah.
2. Okay. Some of these little interesting ones they sell. Okay, we actually have like
This is a local buyer that's bought from us before.
he's bought a bunch of BSA stuff from us.
And it's always Louisiana ones. Yep. So let's see, $5.39 each on those.
Yeah, we're fortunate we have a local collector that's into them because like these, like there's not a ton of people that want these particular ones.
Yeah, he bought a bunch of the. If you remember, we had we still do have some LSU like Usher patch,
Right.
Boy Scout Usher, and stretcher bearer and stuff like that. Yeah.
We've got a lot of quantity of some other stuff like that, and I really just need to, like the ones in here, I really need to lot those up because like there must be,
Yeah.
y'all saw there might be 100 patches in there. I mean,
Yeah. Pass them along to a patch seller that's willing to sell them
Right.
for like $2 or $3 a piece.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff packed. This is probably one of the easiest. This might be the easiest packing day
I know.
I've had in a year or something.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's already done.
Right. Your hard thing is taken care of. Yep.
And this stuff is pretty trivial to pack. So
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and get to it. And I'm planning on, the momentum board. Take a look at that real quick.
We're creeping up back to the higher 600s.
Yeah, 680. So, man, I would love, we'll see what we can do. Here's the goal. Man, I don't even know if we have that like in here.
I know. Like we're looking at $4,000 worth of stuff, almost $4,100.
I don't know if we. I was about to say let's try and list $1,000. I don't even think that's.
You know what
I
it
don't
might
think
come
that's
down
realistic. What?
to? If we end up doing that pick next week,
Right.
that could be the key right there,
Yeah.
because that's usually that kind of situation, and like garage sale scores, which we're not doing garage sales.
But I think we can. Most days we don't have a problem as long as we're doing steady listing $400 to $500.
right.
But we'll see. We're going to try today. We're going to try and put a nice little number up here today.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, I think.
All right. We both had lunch now. Packages are all away. Like I said earlier, all the video work's done. I did have to title and thumbnail it and stuff. And looks like Kansas is working on some shoes over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them now. I know they're an Italian brand or company or whatever.
They're really cool looking.
They are. And then I have to figure out the sizing. The size on here is, I don't know if that's, I know it's not a 24 and a half. That would be tiny, like a Euro size. So I don't know.
245. I wonder if that is a size or not.
It must be or something.
'Cause there's no other.
Yeah,
They look like they have very little wear,
right.
and I don't see any other.
I just did a Google Lens and I saw one. I pulled up a listing on Poshmark. So I'm gonna pull up theirs and see what they have to say about it.
Or hopefully they show. Yeah.
Like they
You
talk
need
about.
just another example of somebody selling them.
Yeah. This brand does sell. It looks like they're probably going to be like $30 to $40 boots.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, they look nicer than that. Is that real leather?
I don't know. It doesn't, because there's no tag or anything anywhere. I think they are based on.
Oh, it is. I just smelled it. It's
Yeah.
leather. I can smell real leather.
Yeah.
Real leather. It's
So,
fine.
yeah. I got a little homework to do. I mean, I don't think much because there's not much. One thing I have to figure out the size and then kind of figure out my price. So
Yeah, so we're making pretty good progress today. I just listed, we had some gauges up there for a while that I kind of put off. I went ahead and tackled that. Got those listed. I got my, that's my Boy Scout bugle that I listed. I got some other, puzzles, and I can't remember what else. And then Candace has got some stuff here.
that Bucky's the glow in the dark cup, I listed it. It's sold already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you list it for? 30 or 20? 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of good little things in here.
We do.
What about that robot thing over there? You still waiting on that?
These two things,
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten to them yet. They're I'm gonna have to take them out and inventory them because they're not sealed.
Yeah.
They may be sealed inside.
Let me tell you about this. Grab that. We'll go ahead and talk about it now. That toxic
Oh yeah.
thing. Yeah. This one really grinded
this is a
our
toxic
gears.
subject.
And
It's partly our fault, I guess.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
It is. Although I'm glad it went down the way it did, because otherwise it could have gotten messy.
Yeah.
And it was probably okay. So here's what happened.
Let me pull up the image.
Okay. So we sold this to someone, and then for like what, $58 or something?
Something like that.
I think it was like $58. So it comes like this, but then it also had like, is this a Super 7? And a lot of times the Super 7s have the outer boxes. Well, this one did too. And after about a week, the guy said, my son gave it to my son. He already had it. I need to return it. Okay.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Sold for $65, by the way.
And we have free return, so it wasn't even a question.
Right.
Like the return was coming back.
Doesn't matter the reason.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Whatever. We get it back. We take it out, and we made a mistake here because we take it out, we look at it, all right, looks all right, whatever. But we didn't look at the listing, and both of us forgot that it came with that outer box, this box right here.
Yep.
So went ahead and sent the refund to the guy, and then a couple of days later, I hear I can't repeat what she was saying.
I was so mad because I went to relist it.
She started yelling some stuff. I'm like, what? And that's when she realized that we didn't get the outer box.
Well, first of all, y'all probably can't see. It's got a little ding in it now. You can see because he didn't ship it with the box protector.
Oh, he also didn't use our original box. He used a crappy Amazon.
Right.
Reused a crappy Amazon box.
So it's missing that, and now it has a ding. That's going to devalue it. Not a ton, but it will devalue it.
Mm-hmm. I know, it will.
So we're going to be out that money plus what we had to refund for, what we had to pay for the return shipping.
Right.
And
I don't. It's kind of trivial, and it's just part of doing business. But I feel like we got duped, and we were suckers. Like that was our fault for not inspecting it better, because we could have just like. We would have noticed, we could have taken it off the refund, and we would have.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I messaged the guy a couple of times. I said, hey, I think you forgot to return the outer box with that. I know we already refunded you, but would you mind sending that back, please? That belongs to us. No response. I tried again a couple of days later. No response. And then finally, I just blocked the guy. And I'm like, whatever. And I said, if you did this just to get that box for free, congrats, it worked out for you. You won. And then I blocked him. I shouldn't get emotional, but every now and then I do.
Didn't you let eBay know also the situation?
Yes,
just in case he's a repeat offender doing stuff like this?
I did. I reported him because he's also a seller.
That's very important because
Scumbag.
eBay doesn't know stuff like this happens if we don't let them know.
Right.
So if stuff like this happens to you where people return things, not the right thing, or missing something, don't just deduct the money. Like, report it to eBay. Like, they're being dishonest. And it could have been an honest mistake, but I doubt it. Especially since he ghosted us.
It could have been, but then exactly. He didn't respond to messages or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter now. But one thing to take away from every situation, try and take away something. Like every time we lose a little money, we're paying for a lesson. Well, this time we lost a little money to pay for the lesson to be more vigilant with inspecting returns when they come in.
I know part of the problem. As soon as I opened the box, I saw that ding, and I was so focused on that.
And I told Candace to let it go.
Yeah.
I said, I said, just let it go. We'd just sell it like that, you know, whatever.
So, yeah.
So anyways, we're making pretty good progress so far today because it's not even 2 o'clock yet. And we don't have anything else to do except list and film a few clips with you guys. And that's it. So we've got a good 3 hours of solid listing between both of us. So we ought to get some pretty good work done today.
Yep.
Okay, we're still chugging along. It's 3:23 now. I got something else pretty good listed. Candace has been doing some pretty good stuff here too. And we've had these Riedel. These are actually pretty high end. I think these are about 150 or so on their website if you buy them brand new. And this is weird, man. I thought it was weird when we picked them up, but one skate was all the way put together except for the
little toe stopper that just screws in, huh?
Yeah, that's not a big deal. That's fine.
Yeah.
But one of them, the shoe part was separated from the skate part, but they had all the bolts in it, and I was like, well, why don't they just screw those down? So I got a screwdriver and some pliers out here, and I was going along attaching them. Which one is it? Is it that one or this one? I think that must be this one. But y'all see these four? I think it's this. Yeah, this one I think I haven't done. This one was not attached to like the skate bed or whatever you want to call it.
Like this part and this part.
Right.
Yeah.
But all of the nuts were loosely attached to the bolts and attached to the shoe. So when we bought it, because I think we paid $15 for this. I'm pretty sure. Because it had $20 price tag on it, and I'm pretty sure we paid $15. I think I offered 10 and they came back with 15. I think that's what happened. Mm-hmm. But it has been a while. So anyway, I was starting to, okay, I'll put that on there. Yeah, it is this one because I have this undone. Got the back part on fine. Went to screw these down. Both of those front bolts are stripped out. They're like all hollowed out. It's Phillips head. And it's hollowed out to the point where even if I could get it tightened, I would feel kind of bad because if someone else came behind me, they would have to deal with trying to get it out.
Right.
So, and that needs to be actually very tight because
that holds the wheels on your feet.
Right. I don't want to like lightly, I don't want to barely, kind of half.
Well, yeah, I mean, what if somebody goes to stop and it just comes apart? Yeah.
Right. So anyways, using the ones that are in there was not an option. I went searching around, and thankfully Riedel is still in business and making and selling skates. So what I'm going to try and do, we'll see what happens. I made an account with them, and I already searched for the hardware. Yeah, I could measure it or whatever. I want to get the actual original hardware though. So I'm going to email them now, and I'm going to see if they'll either. If we got to pay a few bucks for it, that's fine. But I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping they just say, yeah, sure, Lonnie, we'll send you some out. Because like I said, these are some of their pretty high end skates.
Mm-hmm. Usually companies that are on the higher end of stuff, they'll send you some little parts, even if they charge you a couple of bucks to cover the envelope or whatever, I remember
this was I've had good experiences like that with companies in the past. Like this is back in like mid 90s. I had a Thrustmaster joystick, and they make like flight simulator joysticks and stuff.
Yep.
I happened to have like one of the early expensive ones, and had a cat that he would chew on cords all the time. And he chewed, I think it might have been Simon.
It had to be.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
So anyways, Siamese cat. Cat chewed up the cord on this thing, and I was just devastated because this thing was like $100 back when $100 was like $100, And so, anyway, I called the company up, and they sent me out a complete new harness and everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they even told me how to install it and all that stuff. So I mean, a lot of times, if you reach out and just ask, they will say yes, and they'll go out of their way. We'll see what Riddell. I have a feeling, especially a company that relies on word of mouth and lifetime business from people that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But we'll see. I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know what the response is. So
sometimes they'll have like authorized people they deal with for repairs or whatever, and they may get you to reach out to them to get parts. So we'll see. I know.
I hope they just ship. I hope they just ship me the things.
Yeah.
The skates are worth. We'll probably get $100 for them, plus shipping, of course.
Right.
All right. Okay, so I didn't tell Candace this part of the story yet, but let me start. I'll start the story with the part that you don't know about yet, because we didn't even talk about it. We've been talking about the other part of the story.
What story?
Let me get you up to speed. Okay. I listed this Gao Gaigar. Is that how you say that, you think? Gao Gaigar.
I don't know, but he's brave.
He is. He's the brave one. Brave one. See? And the final brave one. Gao Gaigar. And list that for 150. That's a pretty good piece. We had another good piece over here that also listed, I think, for 150. We had a really good listing day. But let me finish the story first. Or start the story. So I got this guy all photoed. I got the listing done. Hit submit. Copied it over to list perfect. I did all of that. And then but before that, I walked over here. And I was just scanning up here as I do. And I'm like, oh, I think I could probably put them right here.
You did this.
I did. I said,
it's your fault.
I said, I could put them right here. I could slide them right there. It'll work out just fine, just like that.
You jinxed us.
And so I walk back over here.
Wait, they probably already, whenever we tell them what's going on, they're going to be like, yeah, we saw it in the video. Right?
They might have.
Right?
They may have noticed it. I didn't notice it. We didn't notice it.
Nope. So
anyway, I'm coming back over here. I'm like, I think I'm going to bubble wrap this guy before I throw him up there. That's what you would do, right? Mm-hmm. Pricey big guy like that. And so then I see an alert on the eBay app on my phone come up. I'm like, oh, great. Because it's actually for the figure. It's for an action figure. Why don't you read the message?
Okay, yep. So this is for a Shadow Stormtrooper it was kind of loose, but it still had the inner packaging plastic base, like it had never been removed from there.
I'll put a picture of it in.
Yeah, you can see up here. So, and the location Lonnie just showed y'all, that's where it was.
That's the last thing that was in that location.
Yes.
And I had just touched that location, and then we got the notification about the last item that was in that location. So usually touching stuff is good luck. This time it was not.
Well, it wasn't there for you to touch. So if you touched the air that something was in, it could be bad. Okay, so the item was missing the blaster, and it wasn't found in the packing materials. Did it fall off before packaging?
Probably a scammer.
We were like, man, I could see it. Like, pull up the thumbnail, see. And I remember seeing the thumbnail. It was rubber banded. He was holding it.
Right.
Lonnie goes,
I filmed that.
Wait a minute, I filmed packing that. So
not only did I film packing it, but we also had footage. It's probably we probably had more video evidence of something, of an $18 figure than we have.
Of an issue with an item.
Right.
Yeah.
So first, let me go to the packing video first.
That's the first place we went to see if maybe it fell off while he was packing it, or if it was still in there when he put it into the box.
Right. Let me pull that up real quick. So anyway, here it is. This is from the packing video, because he actually made the packing video. And I can see right here, no blaster. So Candace was like, all right, we need to go look up on that shelf. We looked up there, didn't see it.
Yeah.
And so she's digging around over there. I'm like, hang on, let me go look at one more place.
The order pull, yeah.
Let me go look at the order pull and see if it was on it when I pulled the order. It's really nuts when you think about it, how much.
Box.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see it.
Oh,
He's
okay.
right up here.
I don't know why that's up there.
I don't know either, but there he is. And then boom.
There he is.
No gun.
He lost his gun between getting listed and getting put up on that shelf.
And it's a little bit old. It's not super old. A little bit older, and the rubber bands, like they often do, it disintegrated. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, because there was no remnants of rubber band left on him. So
yeah,
it probably popped and fell out somewhere. And who knows where it is? It could be on the floor behind that shelf. So
we're gonna do a little customer service magic. Do whatever we got to do, not to get a negative. Although, I mean, he's not mad. I don't think he's like super mad or PO'd or anything.
I think he wants the blaster.
Well, I do too.
Yeah.
I want him to have it, but I don't.
Because his message was very polite, and he's like, did it possibly fall off? Like, you can tell he wants us to send it if we have it.
I wish we could.
I know.
I mean, I have no idea. That thing got listed. That's a pretty old listing, and it could be anywhere.
Yeah, we could empty that shelf and pull it out, but it's an $18 item.
And it might not even be over there.
Yeah.
It could have fell off anywhere.
It could have fell in a box of something else we put up there and got sent to somebody.
I don't know. It's just not worth it to. So anyway, whenever people tell you parts are missing, they're not always lying.
No.
As a matter of fact, before we even looked at the video evidence, let's roll back the tape. Before we even did that, I was like, if I had to guess, they're probably telling the truth. And because people usually are telling the truth.
Yeah.
They really are. But yeah, we had a really good listing day though. I did like, it is peace of mind though, that we know that they didn't have the blaster.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's our mistake, and to me that's better than knowing that somebody's trying to scam us.
Right.
Or, yeah.
Which I really didn't think they were.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, we had a pretty good listing day. Got some good stuff up. Earlier today, I was going to say let's shoot for 1,000, but I didn't really think we had a chance of doing that, so I kind of held short of saying that.
Yeah.
But we actually did hit 1,000 for the first time this week.
First time in almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, man, remember on the last calendar?
Almost every day.
Almost every day was like 1,000, 1,500, 1,800.
Yep.
Some 2,000s. But yeah, we put our headset. We don't have a ton of items listed, but we had a pretty good many projecty type pieces or multi-item things and stuff. So pretty proud of the work we did today, and we set ourselves up to have a shot. We have to average $612 a day next week to hit our goal of 15,000.
Yeah, we just need a little over 3,000 more to get there, and it's very doable. We are still gonna finish this stuff off, and then we have stuff in storage, and we might go pick and choose some if we have some high dollar items to bring in here.
I don't know how high and sorry, it's raining.
Yeah.
Y'all can probably hear it. It's the big old fat drops.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we made a good dent in this though.
Yeah.
We really did. As a matter of fact, if we like rearrange and stack stuff up, you'd have half a bench right now.
Right. And today's Friday. Sometime this weekend, I'm saying I'm going to go over to storage, and I'm sorting through this doll stuff because, like yesterday, I had a $100 doll to list, and I'm missing part of her doll stand, and she's a very big one. She's like 31 inches tall, so
that's the size of Alice.
She needs her doll stand.
Yeah.
She can't stand without it. She's barefoot. Yeah.
Okay.
So she needs her doll. So I'm hoping that I can find that pretty quickly, get her listed, and then I'm gonna just do a little inventory or something. I've got to get a system going to get these dolls listed.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, yeah. Good week though. That is gonna be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see y'all again very soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.